Hey YouTube, welcome back to another beer review here at Thomas Opent with another English review. Yeah, figured I should do one. You know how I always love to do typical, well-known Dutch breweries and, well, also not very well-known Dutch breweries. That sentence is coming out brilliantly, isn't it? You guys know that I like to review Dutch breweries mostly for my English reviews. And there's one I'm not sure if they're pretty well known internationally, but they are very well known in the Netherlands, and that's Jopen. Jopen, oh man, it's insane how many beers they have right now. A huge core range and a lot of one-off brews and specialty brews. And one of their flagship IPAs is actually, I think it won several awards by now. Anyway, yeah, in their core range, they have things like a triple and a stout and an IPA, stuff like that, you know, the usual things. And they're solid beers. None of them are going to reinvent the wheel when it comes to the particular style which they're brewed in. But they're consistent, they're tasty, and yeah, I like them. I like drinking them. It's been a while since I've drank Jopen. I've been getting back into them in the last few weeks. So yeah, I figured I'm gonna go review one of their beers, and this is one of their. I think they brew a few different ones, but anyway, this is their Gose. It's the Apri-Gose in der Hose. It's 5% Gose brewed with, of course, water, barley, wheat, oats, hops, apricot, seaweed, Celtic sea salt, and coriander seed, and of course yeast. So that's one hell of an ingredient list. This one is about, let me check it. I think this is just over 2 months old by now. So yeah, I'm pretty curious. It's 5% ABV, so you know, typical sour Gose notes with a hint of saltiness and apricot sweetness. It's the perfect refreshing mix of sweet and sour. It's kind of odd. I just went for a walk on the beach, and my inclination was I want something like a stout or a barley wine when I came back home. And then I saw this one in the refrigerator. I figured, you know what? That sort of salty, minerally, refreshing beer, that's kind of what I feel like right now. I'm giving it a soft roll because there's probably lots of, this one's brewed with apricot, so there's probably lots of sediment. It's a very simple label, you know, some coloring, some lines. It just, yeah, it pops out in the shelves, but nothing spectacular. So yeah, like I said, Jopen, pretty well known in the Netherlands. They've got a huge range of barrel-aged beers these days. Got one or two of them at home as well. As you can see, this pours out as you would suspect for a Gose. It is light. It has a lovely white, sort of already slightly dissipating head. It's going pretty fast, so I don't think a lot of that will remain. It's a Gose. I mean, those sour ales, they have a tendency to not have very big lingering heads. And it just, yeah, it looks the part. It looks inviting, refreshing, and nice, soft haze to it. Let's just dive into it, see what we can get in the aroma. Okay, you do get that. You immediately get that hit of, yeah, I'm gonna be slightly sour. I'm gonna be a little bit acidic. In a good way. There's a minerally quality. You do get some fruity notes. You get a bit of a wheat character there. There's definitely wheat in there and oats. You can pick that up in the nose. If I hadn't known that this had wheat in it, wheat in it, the nose would have immediately told you. It's that slightly tart, refreshing scent of wheat. Yeah, I'm not really picking up the apricots themselves. I'm picking up a lovely fruity note. Yeah, it is what you would expect from a typical 5% Gose. So let's just see what she does in the flavor department. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's definitely very tart, very refreshing, lovely acidic. Not unlike. I wanted to say not unlike, for example, what's it called? Oh, I I can't get the buttermilk. Buttermilk has that sort of lactosey, tart, sour note. That's sort of what this reminds me of. A little bit of salinity. I think salinity is the right word. Saline, salinity, a bit of salinity, a bit of salty notes to it. I'm really not getting a lot of that apricot. I'm not getting a lot of the coriander seeds as well. Maybe if I pour out the remaining... Oh yeah, but that already becomes a lot. Well, not a lot, but a little hazier. So maybe that does a little bit. I'm a bit curious because I'm not getting a lot of that coriander, apricot goodness, which I enjoy. So yeah, there's definitely a little bit more of that stone fruit in there right now. I wouldn't have minded if it was a little bit more. On the other hand, as much as I do enjoy fruit beers, there needs to be a balance. So this could have had a little bit more to really make that pop. I'm also glad that I'm not getting the impression that I'm drinking a fruit juice. There's this... There is a little bit of a note that could be coriander seeds, but it gets a bit overpowered by the salty notes, the sourness from the beer, which is, by the way, very much on point. The salty, sour notes that you need for a Gose are definitely there, so it's on point when it comes to that. But yeah, the fruity character, as much as it has a good fruity character, it's not really popping like apricot for me. But yeah, it has a nice sweet note. It is a very refreshing Gose, and it's definitely one that I will pick up again. I think this one was available for like, what, €2.50, something like that in a supermarket. It's so readily available in a lot of supermarkets and a liquor store. So this is definitely one of those, pick them up if you can find them, Goses, and a lovely little refreshing summer beer. And I have to say, very nice and refreshing after that walk on the beach. You know, it was cold. It was cold. It was a bit cold and it was windy, and you got all this. I get that energy from that. You know, I get revitalized, and I figured, you know what? That's what I want right now. I don't want to doze away with a big ass barley wine or a huge stout. I want a little bit more of that pick me up, and this is definitely a very good pick me up. Fruity character starting to shine a little bit more. You know, I'm gonna have to give this a little bit of time. Maybe it gets there a little bit more. There's that soft acidic note is really what's doing it for me. That's what I'm loving the most right now, with a little bit of salty twang in the back. Yeah, it's a lovely little Gose, and I'm giving it somewhere between a 3.5 and a 3.75 on the Untappd scale. Definitely. If you see this in a supermarket, I would suggest picking it up. I mean, for less than €3, it's a great little beer. I will go for it. It's nice. It's refreshing. It does exactly what it needs to do for a Gose. These are my kind of summer beers, where everybody wants to go for their your pale ales and everything like that, and all the night guys. I'm going for Goses, Berliner Weisse, Gose, stuff like that, Lambics. You know, that's what I love in the summer. Very nice, tart, and refreshing. So yeah, that's it for another English review. If you liked it, press the like button. If you really enjoyed it, if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. In the subscription box below, you'll find links to my Instagram and tap to my Facebook page, where you'll find beers that I do not review. I have a thing or two to say about them. And you'll find a link to the Dutch Beer Collective, where Beer Geek Holland, Dutch Beer Geek, and myself, it's sort of a portal website where you can find links to all of our social media. You can find links to all of our reviews. You can find which beer festivals we might be at, together or separate, you know. So it's a little joint effort from the three of us. And I guess I'll see you in another review. Till then, cheers.